All right, guys, what is going on? What's good? Hope everyone is having a blessed day today. Uh-oh. I lost the music. There we go. What's good, Naruto, Eberneth, Willow, Nikki, Leon, 2020, Jose, Stephanie. What up? Man, I feel like it's gonna be a good day. I feel like this is gonna be really fun. And I hope y'all are ready for it. What's good, Akinola? All right, real quick. There we go. Okay, so the euro has very, very clean lows at 1.1057. Easy triple lows, quadruple lows. Y'all already know the more the merrier, baby. So I'm expecting that. Easily. I'm expecting that. With that being said, the gold market as well, we do have actually quite a bit of a difference today between gold and silver, so definitely be careful with that. But with gold, I'm not as convinced, but those lows are fairly clean as well. So we did take some lows on the up, or excuse me, some highs on the upside. Back in the middle of the range. So since buy side was taken, sell side is on the table. That's what I think. So we'll keep that in the windows. It's going to be hard to watch all of this at the same time. But I'm trying to, have everything ready to go. The indices today are heavily mixed, okay? And so that's difficult. You know what I mean? That is difficult to say. I think we just created... Fuck, I can't even see. 45.80.5 looks like lows now. And 45.92.25 looks like some clean highs as well. So I think we're getting ready to shake things up here in a minute. And that's really the main things that I'm going to be watching for. You guys good with that? If you guys are here, if you can hear me, let me know by dropping a like in the chat, or on the video rather. I would greatly appreciate that. Let me know. So let's see if we can be 3 for 3. Euro lower, gold lower, S&P higher. Okay. Now, with that being said, given that today is Fed funds rate, okay, I want you to hear me very carefully. Do not trade, okay? Do not trade based on anything that I'm talking about, okay? I mean, these lows are super clean, and I think that's going to be swept, but that does not mean you need to short the euro. That does not mean you need to short gold, and that does not mean you need to long S&P, okay? Absolutely not trade recommendations at all, okay? In fact, I'm not trading this initially anyway. I think the initial move is going to do something ridiculous. And then it'll probably end up reversing later, or I don't know. Okay, to be honest, I do not know. But given the tools that we have, you guys know what those tools are. We target liquidity, right? Where are the stops at? Well, the euro is weaker than the pound today, so lows make sense. Gold lows make sense after the highs were swept as well. It's almost like a gold and euro are pretty highly correlated. And not that I would put too much faith into this, but we have a lower high on euro and a higher high on gold. So that tells me that that's probably manipulation, and I think gold's going to get its face ripped off to the downside. That's what I think. Okay. But yeah, the Dow, I think like the Dow is higher, the Nasdaq is lower, and then S&P is just kind of like doing its own thing. So very, you know, abnormal behavior, and that to me is because of the Fed funds rate. So we're still going to watch price, we're still going to study, because you guys know, you know, there's competition, man. I mean, we want to be right, we want to be able to, you know, see if we can predict price by understanding where the stops are. Okay, and that's where I think they're at. It should be obvious, it should be clear. And I think the euro has the cleanest, and I think the S&P has the cleanest. And we will not know until, I think, an hour. A little over an hour, rather. Because it's the initial release, and then that'll take place. So we'll be here for that. What we might do is take like a 5-minute break prior to that. And by we, I said me, okay? Just so I can, you know, do what I gotta do. So outside of the normal energy drinks in the morning, I've had nothing but water the last couple days. I feel pretty good about it. But I think the more water I get, the more like I want something else. Like I need something with flavor, bro. You know, like a lemonade or a, I mean, fuck, bro. You know, I'm having withdrawals right now. Withdrawals. I'm about to start shaking here in a minute. You're scratching my neck. You know what I mean? I need some sugar, or at least something that has some flavor, dude. This is it right here. The water, bro. The water. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel fantastic. I feel great. I went on a nice walk yesterday. I had energy. I got energy today. Doing push-ups. Like, it's awesome. But, oh, my heavens, bro. My body always hates it. My body always hates it. You know, your brain is like, where's the sugar, bro? Where's the sugar? So I'm fighting that. I'm fighting that. And it's hard. Link to the Discord. Tried all day to link YouTube. Got stuck in the rabbit hole. Follow direction for video. So Stephanie, what you have to do first is get a tier 3 membership. And you can also read Willow's comment as well. Yeah, once you're signed in your Discord, you go to user settings and then connections. You click on the YouTube icon, you'll be able to sign in, and that's how you link your YouTube with your Discord. Okay? So that's the thing. That's why we did not go with Telegram. Number one, I think Telegram is shady as fuck. Okay? All the underground bullshit happens there. You know, people share like courses and fucking books and all that shit, and like I just don't respect that. As an author, a best-selling author, I just can't fucking respect that. Okay? And I used to do this shit too. I used to share you know, PDFs and stuff like that, and I thought it was cool, but once I became an author, I was like, nah, this shit is wrong. So, but anyway, that is only part of the point. The main point is that Discord has YouTube integration. So the way it works is That's why you have to link your account, because Discord will recognize what tier you are, and that's how Discord will assign you a role. I don't assign roles. It does it automatically. Tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. Okay? So anybody can get into Discord. Any tier can get into Discord. But only the tier 3 roles have access to everything that's in there. So that's why some of you, you know, you message me and you're like, John, I can't see shit. I'm like, well, either you're a tier 1 or 2, or most people don't know this either, is when you get connected and then you enter the Discord, it refreshes every hour. So it might not recognize you at first. It may take a few minutes and then say, okay, here's a tier 3 role or whatever. So just be patient. All right. I know it's complicated. I didn't know half the shit of what I was doing when I set this bitch up. Okay. So I've never ran a Discord before, and I'm doing my best. Okay. I'm doing my best. That's all I can offer you. That is all I can offer you, my friend. But anyway, USD Swissy has triple highs. I'm not looking at Swissy today. You like my Adidas cap? Yeah, me too. I have one in red, one in this color, like a tan, I guess. And then I have one in white. But the white one is different. It's more flat, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm probably gonna throw it away, to be honest. But it matches the green shirt. It kind of goes with the sniper theme. You know what I'm saying? But thank you. Have ever fasted? Food wise, no. No. But I have fasted from these bitches. No, I'm just totally kidding. Oh, married to the game, baby. Married to the game. I don't do lemon water either. I think lemon water tastes like shit. I hate cucumbers as well. And vegetables. Anything healthy, I almost despise. I know that sounds terrible. That's just the truth. It's just the truth, guys. I can't lie to you, okay? Can't lie to you. I know about the lemon water, the cucumber water, the lemon cucumber water. I know about that shit. I tried it and I wanted to fucking off myself. It tasted so terrible. It was terrible. I was like, ugh. It was gross. I was like, I can't do this. Cannot do it. I tried it. Okay. I gave it an honest effort. And I was like, there's no way. There's just no way. But I thank you for the recommendation, though. Or at least, you know, for bringing it up. I understand. Sounds like I need to fast. I don't need to fast. What we need to do is make some fast money in the market. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. What is an edge, and how do you go about collecting your edge? My friend, that is what we do here on YouTube. I teach you guys, well, how to enter the market, you know, stop loss placement, trade management, you know, all that kind of shit. The main thing I do here on YouTube is I tell you where I think the market is going to go. Okay? Like I think, oh, it's going to trade down to these lows or these highs or whatever. And it usually goes there. Now I'm wrong sometimes. You know, I don't have 100% strike rate, and nobody does, but you know, I'm right more often than wrong. And so the whole point is either to help you understand price action, or at least help you be on the right side of the market. Okay. If you trade against my bias, I mean, you're fucked. Okay. More times than not, you're going to be fucked. And I don't say that egotistically. It's just, look, if you've been here on YouTube, you understand that we've been watching and calling ideas, and they've been hitting pretty well. So on the off chance that I'm wrong, then yeah, you might do okay. But if you at least stay in the directional bias that I give you, typically you'll be okay. Typically you'll be okay. 2020 upgraded to tier 3. Very nice. Very nice. I like it. I like it. Stephanie has the tier 3 membership. Well, what the fuck? Where's your sniper and why aren't you green? Or you know what happened to some of the people is they signed up on one YouTube and then I guess somehow got into another YouTube and so it was different. Like I think her name is Sana. I always forget. And I saw her name pop up twice. I'm like, oh, a little double membership. I'll take it. I like it. You know, so I don't know what's up with that. That's what it sounds like. But welcome to Tier 3 2020. It's about time. Cucumber water only with vodka. Nick, what is wrong with you? With vodka? It's only Wednesday, my friend. Or Tuesday. Or no, it is Wednesday. I'm tripping. Only Wednesday, my friend. And it's lunchtime. We're not doing anything with vodka yet. Appreciate the comment, Stephanie. Have I tried drinking bone broth? No, I haven't. I have not. Maybe for Thanksgiving. That sounds like something Thanksgiving related. Like turkey and gravy and stuff like that. Charlie, it was 20,000 hours watched, not 20,000 views, my friend. This year we are at 80,000 views for 2023. Matter of fact, I can tell you while we wait, because I don't think we're gonna get a whole lot of movement until Fed funds rate. Let me tell you something. So lifetime views, okay? Let me put this into perspective for you. My lifetime views 180,000. Okay? 180,000. 2023 by itself 81,000. So that means in 7 months I got almost half of my lifetime views. Okay? Now, I don't know if you probably not, but it's in the analytics. So yeah. This year we are at 81,000. I'm convinced we'll get to 100K. What I would rather get to is 150K. That would be cool. But it's out of my control. But if we get there, it'll be because of the live sessions and probably some of the videos. But the majority of my videos, they don't really they don't go viral per se. I mean, they get a few hundred views, but they don't get some of the views that these other people get. 20,000, 30,000 and shit. I'm like, damn, what am I doing wrong? Probably because I don't over edit my fucking videos. Some of these people just do way too much, bro. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. Alex Hormozy. You know, a lot of people like Alex Hormozy. I like him too. But like, bro, I can't watch his YouTube. It's too much. Transitions every half second and words popping up and all this shit. It's like, bro, I can't even concentrate on what the fuck you're talking about. It's just too much for me, bro. Now, if I had the attention span of like a horsefly, then maybe. But I can't do it, bro. Can't do it. And like, my videos aren't that way. You know, I don't do all these crazy transitions and yell at you and all this crazy shit. I can't stand that either when people yell. I hate that. I despise that. I don't want to be fucking yelled at. You know? So I mean, we can agree to disagree. Maybe you agree, maybe you don't, but I just can't do it. I don't know if it's because I'm getting old or I don't know, but I've had enough. 100th member. Oh, she wanted to be the 100th member, so she signed up twice. Maybe. I really don't even know who the 100th member is, to be honest. I can find out. Or I can keep it a secret. Following your steps, Magnav 2 now posting YouTube and host sessions sometimes too, like the way you started in. Well, Charlie, that wouldn't be the first time that people copied what I do, bro. Wouldn't be the first time. You know? I'm not like everything I do, I'm not the first at. A few things, maybe, but sometimes people, you know, they look at what I'm doing and then they go, oh, I'll fucking do that too. It's cool. But I used to hate that though, to be honest. I really did. I used to despise that. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What's good, Vadu? Can you show us a little bit of US 30 on a 5-minute chart? Yeah, sure. It looks like shit. So the highs from this morning on the S&P, we don't have that on Dow. Dow rallied up to 35,660. So like with the Dow, I don't know what it's going to trade to. I don't know what it wants to reach for. I don't know. The Dow's been on a rampage the last few weeks. Now I caught that entire move, but with a deleveraged account, so like it's nothing crazy. Because I have JP Morgan still, and I had bought the Dow as well. I should have went long the Nasdaq back then, but that's all right. Well, I mean, I had the Nasdaq in a separate account, but anyway, long story short, I still have Dow deleveraged. But as of today, I mean, I don't know, because it took Monday's high on Tuesday, and then Tuesday's low was swept today on Wednesday, and now we're just kind of in the middle of this range right now. So I don't know. I really don't. It could do whatever it wants to do. The Nasdaq is ass. If anything, it'll probably trade lower. Because, I mean, I guess it took a short-term high, and then we have Monday's low here. That could be on the table, but I don't know. And this is what I was saying earlier, how it's mixed today. It's so mixed. We have the Nasdaq lower, the Dow higher, and then the S&P in the middle. So I don't know. But I would rather probably watch the S&P just because of the clean highs, and then now, of course, the equal lows. So, you know, that's why. Paris Island. What is Paris Island, Willow? Is that like boot camp? Was that the Marine boot camp? Got yelled at by teachers, got yelled at by ex-girlfriends. I mean, like, I'm done with that shit, bro. Yelling serves zero purpose. Your point does not get across anymore by yelling. If anything, it's less, like, it's damaging to your message. I'm gonna sit there and be fucking yelled at. Like, you're more than welcome to come yell in my face, but if you end up getting fucking sucker punched, then hey, you did that to yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you get mollywopped, that's on you. But Charlie, I'm not gonna be on YouTube with Mike. It's not gonna happen. But anyway, let me see. As far as other announcements goes, I don't think I have anything else. I put out the membership only market review yesterday. Today we have Fed funds. Oh, that's right. The email. Oh, that was the Marine Corps boot camp. Oh, okay. That was just a lucky guess. That was a lucky guess. So, real quick, do y'all subscribed to my not newsletter, but I send out free emails every Wednesday. Sometimes I skip it on accident. I'm sorry. Sometimes I send random ones at different times, but mostly on Wednesdays. There was an email I put out, or it came out an hour and a half ago. It's called Quit Being a Slave. Did you guys read that today? Someone on Twitter, I think it was a few weeks ago, they had asked if we could go back to like the Stoic quote type email. And I was like, sure. We sure can. Maybe some people don't like me promoting my fucking YouTube. It's cool. It's cool. Mitigation model was clean after London opened this morning. Yeah. Well, the mitigation model is going to be clean no matter what. Oh, on S&P. What did you say after London open? London open. Oh, this right here? This in here somewhere? I'm not up for London anymore. No siree. Oh, you know what else? I almost forgot to tell you. The regular trading hours as well. Three o'clock is here. I don't know why it goes to 3:10, but anyway, that gap here. So we have some highs and then that gap as well, and that's another reason why I have those highs. Okay. Make sense? It's now X, not Twitter. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. But yeah, what'd you guys think? Did you like the email or what? And it's easier for me to talk about things than it is to write. Like I'm not the greatest writer by any means, and it's a lot more time consuming, just so you know. But there's this really cool sort of connection between Epictetus and Seneca. They're essentially polar opposites in terms of position. Okay, meaning, well, Epictetus is Greek for acquired. In other words, a slave. Okay, so Epictetus was a slave. Ryan Holiday said, I think for the first 30 years of his life, which is ridiculous because I'm 30 years old, almost 30 years old. That's a long time. So Epictetus was a slave who later became a teacher of, Stoic philosophy. Seneca, however, was very wealthy, very rich, very powerful, advisor to the Emperor Nero. Okay, was a very shitty guy too, but either way. So I mean, you consider Seneca a rich politician, Epictetus a slave. Okay, so literally in terms of social status, there could have been almost no more difference between the two. So, and I think I explained this before, but I'll explain it again. So with Epictetus, he had a broken leg, okay? And his whole thing was like dichotomy of control and all these other things. But in terms of slavery, he was saying to free yourself from mental slavery. Like, okay, you can break my body, but you can't break my mind. Right? And I think it was him who also said, no man is free who is not a master of himself. Or it might have been Seneca. It was one of them. Okay? No man is free who is not a master of himself. So in the email that I put out, you know, we have mental slavery in the form of, let's say, desires or other people's attention, other people's opinion. You know what I mean? Like, those are not physical or material things, but more like mental things, right? Oh, we want to dress well to impress other people, or we want to go to the club, you know, dress nice or whatever, or even like church, for example, right? When I grew up and I went to church a lot, my dad always brought me to church. You know, he always said, you got to wear your best. You got to wear your best. And that never made sense to me. But even then, that could also be a factor, right? Because you want to wear your best when you go out because you don't want people to think you're a bum or whatever. And I just think that's retarded. I think that idea is just silly, okay? I mean, you see what I wear. Black t-shirts, green t-shirts. I mean, I'm not wearing Gucci and all that bullshit, okay? I just don't do that. So, you know, I think a lot of the times in our life, we purposely do things in order to impress other people or in order to try to come off a certain way, right? And I used to despise that, bro. Like when I would be with friends or, you know, even like girls that I dated, for example, they would be one way with me, right? I'm not going to get into details, but, you know, they'd be different with me. And then when they would be in front of their friends, it'd be completely different. They're all smiling and giggling and all that bullshit. But then when we're in, you know, it's just me and her, it's like you're always upset and angry and talking shit about, you know, your friends. I'm like, wait a minute. You're talking shit about your friend when you were just smiling at her face 10 minutes ago. What the fuck is that? Right? And like me, I'm like, how can you just be fake like that? I really don't understand that. Like, how can you be fake? Doesn't make sense. And I despise that. Or like parents, you know, you can yell at your child and then turn around and be nice to the cashier. Like, what the fuck? That's so weird to me. It's so strange to me how you can just switch your behavior. Like, I don't know. I just never understood that. Okay? Because you don't want to look bad in front of other people. That's fucking weird. Okay? It's mental slavery is what that is. But let me continue my point while we're waiting for meeting minutes here in another 23 minutes. So Seneca, on the other hand, because he was rich and powerful and well connected, you know, advisor to the Emperor Nero, an emperor in Rome, right? Roman emperor like Marcus Aurelius, but prior to him, Nero, okay, that was the most powerful man in Rome at the time. So Seneca, being an advisor to him, he had a network, he had connections. I mean, I hear from other people he had like 500 slaves at least, always through extravagant parties. I mean, exotic foods and just ridiculous stuff, right? And that's also what makes Seneca like such a or the most controversial Stoic. But anyway, so Seneca, he was around a lot of rich people who were more so slaves, not in the mental state, but slaves to physical things like exotic food or higher quality wine or, you know, better, I guess, buildings like to houses to live in and stuff like that. And so I don't like, out of all the people who teach, you know, Stoicism, like Ryan Holiday and a whole lot of other people that I'm not going to name, but no one ever really sat down and then like put those two together where it's like, okay, look, Epictetus says, don't be a slave in your mind. Free your mind. And then Seneca turns around and it's like, look, bro, you know, free your body as well. Be free from physical things. So when you combine both, don't be a mental slave and don't be a physical slave. That is the point that I was trying to make with that. Like with today's email. And that's like the double whammy between the two. So does that make sense? Drop a book emoji if that makes sense. At least that's the way that I see it. That's the connection that I made. I mean, Seneca talked about a whole lot of other stuff. But as far as the mention of like slavery and not being a slave, that is the connection that both of them have. And I really like that because when you combine those two, it's awesome. She belongs to the streets. Well, that I wasn't talking about any individual in particular, because there was more than one of them that was that way. A lot of them were that way. I'm not. I'll be the same person in front of your parents and in front of my friends and in front of random people. I don't just magically change because I'm meeting your parents or, you know, I'm meeting your friends or some shit. So don't be fucking weird. You know, I think it was just the fear of being judged, I guess. Like the fear of judgment from people. You know how many people I talked to from that day and age? I graduated high school in 2012. So I met a lot of people in 2009 is when we went to high school. 2009, 10, 11, and 12. I met a lot of people. Teachers, students, right? You know how many people I talk to today? Like none whatsoever. Everything that we did was worthless and meaningless. You know, trying to match clothes with my friends or my girlfriends at the time, or girlfriend at that particular time, whichever girl it was throughout the years. All right. That was all trivial and meaningless and garbage. But everybody cared so much about that. Dumb. So I don't know. I'm not gonna say I've always been, you know, more wise than everybody else, because that's not the case. But at that time, I just couldn't put what I was seeing and what I was thinking into words at that time, but I knew something was wrong. I'm like, this is wrong. I'm like, teachers kicking students out before the bell even rang, kicking them out of class for like ridiculousness. I'm like, this isn't right. Or just, you know, friends being fake. I'm like, something's not right. Like, what am I missing? Like, why are people acting this way? I don't get it. And the same thing with the education system as a whole, like understanding that what we were learning was nothing. If anything, it was like whitewashed fucking garbage. And, you know, but at the time, like, think about this, bro. Who's going to listen to you when you're 17, 18 years old? Who's going to listen to you? Nobody. Nobody's going to listen to you. You got to go to college. You got to get good grades. Really? How did that work out for you? I can look out talking about high school, I can look out the window at the parking lot. I see like maybe one Corvette. And that's got to be probably some kid's dad, because there ain't no way. None of those teachers drove Corvettes or Lamborghinis or anything nice. Nothing like that. The parking lot looks like trash. And my car was in that too. My old ass car was there too. So what authority do you have? What authority do high school teachers or even principals have when you're not even successful? What the fuck can you teach people about success when you're not successful? That doesn't make sense. What age do you start high school, as you call it in America? Well, there should be 12 grades. There's like kindergarten and then first through 12. So middle school, like elementary, I think is first through fifth. And then sixth, seventh, and eighth is middle school. And then high school is 9 through 12. And then I guess college is after that. Maybe. Yeah, that's how it worked for us. But yeah, it was just so strange, bro. It's such an awkward time. People often behave off of what they perceive to be their self-interest based on what they know, yet many are not willing to learn new things to advance themselves, convince the public to focus on bullshit. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Well, it was just hand me down thought process is what it was. Because like, you know, my friends and even their parents too, you know, it's like they were struggling as well. So I was just not mature enough to question why unsuccessful people are telling kids what to do. You have no authority. You know what I mean? And but again, when you're 17, I wasn't 18, I wasn't able to articulate, you know, that sort of response or create that type of sentence, or I didn't have that wisdom. I didn't have, you know, the ability to ask those types of questions. Because you bet your ass I would have. I would have brought all that shit up. Oh, you gotta be this, you gotta be, you know, you gotta go to high or college. It's like, college, bro, you're in your 40s. You drive a car that's older than me. What do you know? You don't know anything. I would have said that shit in front of the whole class too, because that's the type of shit I did. Oh, Santa, I was talking about you earlier. How you signed up twice. So we were having a giggle. But the chart on the left is ES. And I think you guys should be able to see that. Let me turn on my mouse highlight. I always forget that. The chart on the left here is ES, which is the S&P 500. The top right is the Euro USD, otherwise known as Fiber. And the bottom right is gold, XAU USD. And all in all, what we're waiting for is the next 12, 13 minutes or so for the Fed funds rate to release. And I basically think that the euro is going to trade lower. I think ES is going to trade higher, but it's got equal lows, so that might end up, it might not end up doing what I want us to do. And with gold, I think it might trade lower as well because it's already taken a previous high. And so we're just waiting essentially for the news to release. But I also made it very clear And now that we're getting closer, I'll say it again. Do not trade based off of what I think is going to happen. I don't usually trade going into FOMC or into, you know, Fed funds rate or anything like that. If it were me, I would wait for the initial reaction, and I would likely look for a reversal. So like if it goes higher first, I'm thinking, all right, I might start looking for shorts. Or if it goes lower first, I might start looking for a bottom to then long to go higher. Because a lot of the times these big news events can be double whammies. It can be like higher first, then lower, or lower first, and then higher. Sometimes they can be one-sided, but a lot of the times they can be what I just said, lower than higher or higher than lower. So like that is what I'm anticipating. But since we have levels of liquidity outlined, I want to see if that's where the market trades to first. Like I want to see if gold slams down. I want to see if euro slams down. I want to see if S&P can rally up. That's what we're watching. That's what we're waiting for. But absolutely, please do not place a trade. Okay? Yeah, I'm waiting until after the release. Yes. But we'll probably watch the initial release and maybe for a few minutes. But we're not going to be up here like the entire afternoon. And I think just before you got here as well, we were discussing the email that I sent out earlier about quit being a slave. We discussed Seneca and Epictetus and the connection that they both have in regards to freeing yourself from physical desires, materialism, and mental slavery as well. We had a brief conversation about that. Oh, I didn't go over what you can do to quit being a slave. We'll do that before the news release. Was good, Jordan? I'm doing great, man. How are you? And yeah, Tommy, I just went over that. The euro has some lows I think you could reach for. I mean, it's only like it's like 7-8 pips away anyway. So I mean, I think that's easily on the table. Easily. Gold has a little bit more of a stretch to go, but that's what I think is likely to happen. Okay. Like if you forced me to take a trade, if I had to press buttons, it would be long S&P, short gold, short euro. Now, whether I get my face ripped off, that's a whole nother story. Okay. But I'm just saying, if I had to pick a direction, that's what I'd go with. All right. So for those of you that do not have the email because you're not signed up, even though it's free, at the bottom, well, above the book, and you can grab a copy of Discourses by clicking that blue button. But above that, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I made 6 bullet points to quit being a slave. And number 1 is stop worrying about what other people think. They are thinking of themselves, not you. Number 2, stop spending money on things you don't need to impress people who don't care. Number 3, think about your future. Do you need to spend the money right now? Do you need to crave the attention right now? Think before you act. Number 4, stop thinking happiness can be found in other people or material things. The happiness you seek there doesn't last. Number 5, it's okay to say no. Saying no doesn't make you a bad person. And number 6, switch your thinking from negative and scarcity to positive and abundance. You do not need to be a slave to your toxic thinking. Free yourself. So hopefully that can give you some ideas. The other week and I got an awesome position as a team leader, making more than I used to. Thanks for the advice you gave me when I was asking you. Oh, great job, Jordan. Great job. For those of you that don't have the chat open, Jordan said, I don't know if you remember, I didn't have a job the other week and I got an awesome position as a team leader, making more than I used to. Thanks for the advice you gave me when I was asking you. Well, you're welcome, man. You know, that happened to a good friend of mine too. He upgraded. He had lost his job and he was worried, and then he found a better job. And I'm like, bro, they gave you like a 6-month severance and you found a new job like 3 weeks later. And you make more money at the new job. I was like, bro, if anything, you're on like a fat come up. What are you talking about? What are we talking about? So Jordan, let me ask you. Because you found a new job and you make more money now, was it worth it? Was that anxiety worth it? Was being worked up about it, was it worth it? Or was it like, you know what? That was a waste of energy. That was a waste of, you know, it was just a waste. How do you feel, Jordan? Let me know. Let me know as we get ready to see some volatility here. $250%, John, everything happens for a reason, and I am so grateful. That's good, man. That's good. Make sure, I don't know if you have a journal. I have multiple journals, and that's over there on the floor. One of them is a journal dedicated specifically to gratitude. I highly suggest doing it. At first, it's kind of weird. Like, it wouldn't make sense at first. Like when you first get into journaling, or, you know, I mean, there was just a stigma behind when I was a kid, like what a man does and what a woman does and all that shit. And, you know, journaling and all that wasn't really like a manly thing to do. You know, it was like a girly thing. Oh, you have a diary or whatever. So, but as an adult now, it's like, bro, all that was bullshit. Okay. Having a journal is not, you know, there's no, journaling has no sexual orientation, bro. Like it's not, there's no men do this, women do that. It's like, bro, everybody can journal. Everybody can practice gratitude. It's only your interpretation, you know, the whatever stigma that you think, that's just what you think, bro. Right? My phone screen, I don't know if you guys know this, but my phone screen, my screensaver is Epictetus. I shared this a few weeks ago. It's a picture of Epictetus, and it says, it's not things that upset us, it's our judgments about things. You know? So anyway, I can always go off in left field. I always do that. I don't know why. It's just, I guess I am who I am. But what I'm trying to tell you is that hopefully you write about that. I'm so happy and grateful I found a new job. I'm so, you know, or I'm grateful for making new money, or making more money, sorry. I'm grateful for leveling up. I'm grateful for a bunch of things. Okay? Do that. No one, we're getting actually really close now, but no one has ever came to me and said, John, I hate journaling. I regret journaling. I regret practicing gratitude. No one has ever said that to me. No one. No one's ever came to me and said, John, I hated meditations. Meditations was awful. No one has ever said that. Not even close. But you know what is close, though? Is the euro to these lows. That's what is close. Separate trading journal, or trading log and personal growth journal, and has changed the game for me. Very nice. Very nice. I love to hear it. All right, you guys ready? You guys ready for shit to pop off, or what? The S&P, it might not take those highs. It might end up going for those lows. I don't know. But here we have less than a minute left. Don't get your face ripped off. That's all I'm saying. Do not get your face ripped off. There's 1057. Oh, I went to 58. I want to see it crush those lows on Euro. Well, there's 57 at least. So the S&P spiked below those lows. The Euro didn't. It did not. I think it's hard to see with this small ass window. It didn't end up doing that. Hmm. You know, another thing too is I'm just trying to see if there's like an imbalance in there or something, but I don't think so. But that's a little bit interesting how we didn't like actually spike below that. Guess we'll give it a little bit of time. So the thought process is we swept lows and we did sweep this other low here as well. So I would think those highs could easily be on the table. But yeah, look at that one. Look at that 1 minute time frame. Straight down. It came right off of that. We'll give it a few more minutes and then we'll take a look at the other indices as well. Because I haven't seen the Nasdaq or the Dow. I tell you what, though, we probably should watch the dollar index as well. But to be fair, I didn't want to do too many things at one time. Are you guys trading anything today? Or are you currently in any trades right now? It's actually not giving all that much volatility in my opinion. Only about a 10, maybe 11 point range so far in the S&P. Today's den, says Edgar. Yeah, it looks that way. USD CAD long. We'll take a look at some of those things before we hop off. Before we skedaddle. What's interesting is all of them are up. Like S&P is slightly up, and then gold and euro are up too. Interesting. Interesting. Ibernet's not anything. Everyone waiting for the speech. Yeah. Well, the speech is, I believe, at 1:30, right? In like 25 minutes. Price actions put me to sleep. That's what it is. And when I EU room this morning, just came and tapped my stop loss. Where's your stop, Tommy? It came up to stop you out? Well, there might be spreads too. Spread my mollywop you as well. Will I going to take a dab? I get it. I do. I mean, we can wait for the speech if you want, but I'm definitely going to take a break if we're going to do that. And yeah, Stephanie, I'm not really sure what's going on. What's one of your most favorite beliefs that have helped shape your reality today? That's a great question. Philosophical Friday on Wednesday. Oh man, that have helped you shape your reality today. Well, there's a book that I'm reading right now. I've read it before and I'm reading it again. I always misplace my books, bro. I've got so many of them. But it's called The 21 Indispensable Qualities of a Leader. I also just reread a book by another book by John Maxwell called How Successful People Think. So the reason I like John and his writing, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's a ghostwriter, but I like his work because it's very detailed and there's a lot of lists. So it's like, you want to do this, this, and you don't want to do this, and this, right? And so he always talks about like qualities, why you want them, or why someone would want them, and how to get them, right? And so I would say one of my beliefs is probably like being proactive and delaying gratification. So I guess a belief you could say is to delay gratification. That setting yourself up for later is going to be more beneficial than just trying to take shortcuts or trying to be successful quick or, do things quickly. I've noticed, especially with trading, with personal development, with weight loss, with any skill, sport, whatever that you want to learn, it's always best to give it time. You know what I mean? So that, I would say, is one of my favorite beliefs. Delay gratification and take initiative. Be proactive, in other words. You know, nobody told me, you know, John, you should lose weight. Nobody told me that. I told me that. Or I told myself that. English. Okay? As a matter of fact, I will ask you the same question. What is one or your most favorite belief that has helped shape your reality today? You put me on the spot. Now I gotta put you on the spot. Do what's hard now so life can be easier in the future. Yeah, I like that. It's almost similar to what I said. You know, like sacrifice the short term now for a better long term. You know, drink the water, work out now, so that way you're in better shape later. Life is always happening for me, not to me. Yeah, that's a good mindset perspective too. I like it. I like it. Life is abundant. I would agree. Nothing really changed because of FOMC. Well, what concerns me is the euro. It went right to that line and turned like on a dime. Like the line I had here was just representing all these lows, and there's an imbalance below that. And what's concerning is we literally traded right to it below by 1 or 2 pipettes and then instantly reverse. So that to me is a little bit concerning because that doesn't look like a stop run to me. Gold, not really giving any indication of really what it wants to do. And I'm gonna stick with the idea, whoops, on S&P. All right, we talked a few minutes ago how we came down for the lows and then rallied off of that. So what's next? Well, we took sell side liquidity here. So there's gonna be buy side up here. So I'm still sticking with upside. That's not gonna change. So 45.92 and a quarter is this particular high. So I don't want to see it trade to that. I want to see it traded up and above that. Probably like 95. I think could be easy. Simple 45.95. Maybe the spread did the job on the euro lows. Oh, you bet your ass it did. I could say something horrible, but I'm not going to. But let's just say spreads can spread. You know what I'm saying? Don't think about it too hard. Not sure where the payment went via YouTube. Not sure if I can activate or access without signing up again. Yeah, Stephanie, I really don't know. You're like maybe the second person out of 150 something that have had issues with signing up. One person, I think they were saying, because they were from another country, so they're having issues with that. That I could see, but I don't know how to help you. No one, like no one, literally no one else has the same issue. So if I knew how to help you or fix it, I would help you and I would fix it, but I don't know. Yeah, Charlie, that's right. Maybe your VPN. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Who you hiding from, Stephanie? Using a VPN. Who you hiding from? Santa, is that what you did? Like you signed up on one account and then got a refund and signed up on a different account? She said everybody. I'm hiding from everybody. Jesus. That's something else. That's something else. They refund after 24 hours? Oh, okay. Makes sense to me. All right. So we have the speech, I guess, in about 15 minutes. So we might take 5. Just so I can stand up, stretch, grab a drink. Well, I have a drink here, but you know what I mean. Give you guys a chance to grab a drink, use the bathroom, whatever. Sign up for tier 3 membership. Whatever you got to do. Franco, welcome to tier 1, man. Welcome. Don't know why I signed up on 2 accounts. Give one account to your friend. Forgot her name. Your friend, she plays golf. Man, I can't think of her name. I'm so terrible at that. I try to get better. But I tell you what, when you have thousands of friends, it is difficult, to say the least, to remember everyone's name. Take the dab. Can we gift membership here, like the Twitch gifted subs? Well, that's a great question. Can you gift memberships? That I don't know. Oh, you can. You can gift memberships. Oh, man. You need to let me know how I can do it, because I would definitely give that away. Oh, that's your sister, Sarah. Sarah. That's right, Sarah. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I only remember because I've always talked shit about golf. I'm always like, golf. I'm like, who the fuck plays golf? And that's why I remember, because I guess your sister, I thought it was your friend. Your sister plays golf. Okay. That makes sense then. That makes a lot of sense. I don't know if she trades too. But if you have 2 accounts, you might as well hand one over. It's under the options to show support with super chats. That's interesting. I guess Willow's gonna hand out some memberships here in a minute. You need to try it. It's actually not that bad. You know what's funny is I live on a golf course. It wasn't like that originally. It used to be flat land. Flat land, nothing but grass. And then one day they just came by with like cranes and all kind of shit. They were digging big ass holes, and it would rain and get all muddy. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? It took them like 2 years to build this golf course. But I live on one. Never been golfing here though. But I will say, I'll try golf, but I have to have either a cigar or a cigar and some whiskey. That'll probably, I could probably do that. But no whiskey, no cigars, just straight up golf. Good luck getting me out there. Good luck. Working on tithing my 10%, so when it hits, I may go gifting a little bit. Yeah, very nice. Very nice, man. No, giving stuff away is cool. That's why I want to do another giveaway. I love giveaways, bro. I love giving shit away. You got me excited now. Oh, you know what? I did tell you guys yesterday or Monday that I would tell you what the details were on Wednesday. And to be honest, I don't have any new details. So what I will likely do, I'll probably put out a short video on quit being a slave. It'll just be like a short, probably 5 or 6 minute clip. Not a clip of what we did today, but I'll regather the thoughts in a more precise manner. I'll talk about Seneca and Epictetus, about not being a slave. And that video, I guess, if I put that out on Friday or Saturday, we'll do one of those things where all the comments, like if you comment, you'll be eligible for a giveaway. So what I'm going to do, I wrote this down. Last time I gave away 3 copies of the Daily Stoic. So this time I'm going to switch it up. We'll do I'll give away 1 copy of the Daily Stoic, 1 copy of Discipline is Destiny by Ryan Holiday, 1 copy of Stillness is the Key by Ryan Holiday, 1 copy of Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, and then I'll give away 1 leather journal. So instead of 3 books, we'll give away 4 books and a journal. You guys good with that? You guys good with that? How are you? It's now a long time ago that I was in a live stream. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm blessed, to be honest. What about you? How you been? We are slowly watching what's been going on, but I think you guys are right. I think we're going to have a little bit more volatility at 1:30. Right, about 10 minutes from now. I think you're right, because we haven't done a whole lot. So cool. That'd be a dream come true for her. What's a dream come true? Living on a golf course? Yeah, dude. Matter of fact, let me tell you something. The Kroger grocery store by my house not only has handicap parking, pregnant women parking, they also have, no shit, a parking space for golf carts. I think there's like 2 or 3 spots dedicated for golf carts. I shit you not. Next time I go up there, I'll take a picture. I will take a picture. Because I've never seen that before. The only parking spot your boy John Fib gets is if I go, it's either Lowe's or Home Depot. One of the 2, Lowe's or Home Depot, has a spot for veterans at the very front. That's the only spot I go to. Everywhere else, I got to park in peasant parking where everyone else has to go, public parking. But yeah, they it's funny, they actually do have golf cart spots at the grocery store. Yeah, Stephanie, yeah. Even California doesn't have the pregnant parking? Oh, that's interesting. Out of all states. But we're not going to talk about California. Golf carts are a golfer's child, so not surprised. Dude, when I go walking outside, like sometimes I post on my stories like that I'm walking or whatever, which isn't like all that often, but we're not going to talk about it. But all the time, people drive by in golf carts. All the time. I see it. And it's actually pretty cool. One of them has, I think, underlights. I'm like, that's fucking unnecessary, but whatever. Like blue underlights. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What's good, Andreas? I don't think you missed entirely anything. I mean, we've been here an hour, almost an hour and a half. We haven't really seen what I have wanted to see. I wanted to see lower euro, lower gold, and higher S&P. Excuse me. And it doesn't look like we really have gotten anything just yet. But we are going to have a speech here in a few minutes, so that'll probably ramp things up. My wife needs that Prego parking. 1 day past due. Induction scheduled for the 1st if Memento come out in his own. Oh, okay. Baby Pips is on the way still. TP hasn't hit yet. I get it. Not yet. Santa Barbara, California. I've never been to California. I don't think I'll ever be. I have no reason to go over there. My eyes are like all over the place trying to watch this bullshit. So what I was saying is when I was looking at this earlier, let's just do one screen for now because it's just getting ridiculous. What I was saying is what I was looking for in here was if there was like an imbalance or something that it was reaching for. And I guess it was that. So we came up and I don't know if we went to a 5-minute or not. But yeah, it's like we came up and on a 5-minute, you have this much higher one here. And we dug into that a lot. I mean, it jammed up to like 3 times on a 5-minute. On a 15-minute candlestick, it was just 1. So now that we've done that, I feel like, yeah, it could probably go ahead and sink down here. And now do you kind of see why we didn't watch it on a 1-minute time frame? Like, what is this? Looks horrendous. I'd rather just keep it, you know, chill. 15 minutes pretty chill. You know what I mean? It is intraday, but it's not like every 1 minute there's a new candle. It's more like chill for a few minutes, then another candle, then another candle. You know, it's very chill. And the 1 hour is just too long for an intraday trader. The 1 hour is like a day for me. So I don't really care for that. So anyway, we'll come back and fix this. Fix that. Gold. Gold looks pretty good. At least for now. Matter of fact, let's take a look at that real quick. I know I said we were going to take a break. I wanted to take a break. You guys didn't let me. You're like, screw you, John. We want to watch price action. You know, it's a little hard for me to justify what it actually wanted to reach for. I don't know. Beats me. I guess. Maybe a higher imbalance, but I wouldn't have expected that. But that looks like a pretty decent shorting opportunity. Like I want to see gold just rip lower. Like really, really, really rip lower. That's what I want. But as always, guys, you understand this. You can't force the market. You can't tell the market what to do. I mean, you could try, but it's not going to end well for you by doing that. And real quick. So what would concern me here is, or what is concerning right now is that we're not watching the other indices. I don't have any idea of what the other indices are doing. So if there's like a divergence here, then the low has probably been set and we're probably going to launch. But it's hard to say because I haven't seen the Dow or the Nasdaq. So for the sake of complete analysis, we do not have a complete analysis for the indices. Glad you're still teaching, John. If I knew about you and I would not have used this name. Now I'm stuck with it. Well, hey man, or whoever you are, you can always make a new YouTube. But it's okay. It's fine. It's not a big deal. You know, one thing we're not going to do is have animosity towards people or companies or anything like that, man. It might seem like I do. Like, yeah, I'll tell you straight up. There are certain people I do not fuck with. Okay? But it's not animosity for the sake of animosity. It's more like, look, I gave you a chance. You fucked it up. And I have to protect, you know, myself and what I believe in. And with me, you only get one chance to not put students first. Okay? You get one time. Or like if you do something shady, okay? You only get one time. There's the lows on the S&P. Barely. I mean, that's not even enough. Now, oh shit. Sorry, I forgot. Now it's 131. Okay. So now we should probably see a little bit more volatility is what I'm assuming. So this is why, like, if we ever have a conversation, okay, and you decide to do something else or whatever, you know, I'm going to tell you, are you sure that's what you want to do? That's basically me. You're doubling down, essentially. So that's like chance number 1 and number 2. Are you sure you want to do this? Or are you sure you want to do that? That's your opportunity to stop for a second and go, maybe I should reevaluate. And if you don't, that's fine. I'm not going to hate you for it, but sometimes I just have to cut people off. And if that ends up being family or friends, it is what it is. I don't make the rules. I didn't make you toxic. I didn't make you backstab me. I didn't make you cheat on me. I didn't make you a liar. I didn't make you any of those things. You did that. So that's what I'm trying to portray to you, is like, I'm not mad at anybody or any company. Like, I'm not mad really at anything. Being mad is a waste. You know? It's just more of like, all right, I just can't fuck with you no more. And that's all. It's kind of like if you go to a new restaurant and you try their food and you just didn't like it. You don't got to be mad. You don't got to be mad about it. You can just say, okay, you tried it. You don't like their food. You don't got to go back there again. It's simple as that. You know? I did have hate in my heart for a long time. Doesn't do anything good for you. It really doesn't. The only person that it's going to hurt is you. The only people that are going to be hurt by the indices is anyone who's short, because I think this is going to fucking rally. But it's really not giving all that much emphasis, though. 3 and done. Oh, wait a minute. I'm lost. Hold on. Break even on Nasdaq. Golden Hills, yada, yada, yada. Yep. Edgar, RIP, Channel 96. Rest in peace. Hey, man, you win some, you lose some. But as promised, I will never rug pull your education. I will never rug pull the members only content. I won't even rug pull the free content. What's up there will stay. I don't give a fuck who says what. Because one day, may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but one day, people are going to understand exactly what it's like to put students first. That is my mission in life, okay? I will show you how to be a servant leader. I will show you how to, you know, be a teacher of quality. That is my goal. There's 92 in a quarter. I think it went to 94. I think I said 95 earlier, didn't I? I did say 95. Man, what's the low on the euro right now? I can't see it. Here we are trying to watch all this shit at the same time. 1056. 1056. What did I tweet? What did I tweet? What did I tweet? Oh, 10 or 1.1057. It went to 56. So I was right. So that's nice. That's pretty cool. But I'll be honest though, that is such a shallow run to me. That is such a shallow run. Tisk, tisk, tisk. The S&P got to 45.94. Can we get 95? There's 94.5. Watch, it's gonna troll me now, I swear. 2 ticks shy. Oh, there's 95. You look at that. Man, I fucking enjoy being right, bro. I love this shit. So here's the thing about today. I'm not gonna brag about anything today as much as I want to. Because let me tell you why. When we got this run here and we rallied from that, we talked about what was taken by or sell side, excuse me. So what's open? Buy side. What the market attack? Buy side. The only thing we're wrong on right now is gold. The euro went to the lows. The S&P went to the highs. The only thing that I have been wrong on today is gold. It hasn't gone lower. Bitch. That's okay. That's okay. 2 for 3 is not bad. So I guess we can finally say we've been wrong. We can finally say after like fucking the last, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 weeks, I'm finally wrong. We didn't get a lower gold. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you saw it here first, okay? You saw it here first. John has been wrong after a winning streak. And that's what happens, my friends. You end up, you know, getting some good trades here and there, but eventually you get it wrong. Look at that. Gold actually made a new high. So there it is. But I guess if I really had to say, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. But why? That's a bitch of a 5-minute candle, just so you know. That's nice. That's real nice. But let's focus on one chart for a second. Today, the initial move at 1 o'clock was lower. And then at 1:30, we got our opposite direction. So didn't we say that before any of this started? Before 1 o'clock even hit, because we started at 12. And what do we talk about? That days like today typically go one way and then completely the other way. Is it going to go higher and then lower, or lower and then higher? I don't fucking know. But when we formed the lows and then we hung around the lows up until 1, what happened right before 1 o'clock? You can go back and watch it if you want to. I mean, it might take you a while, but I'll just tell you. Right before 1 o'clock, I said, all right, we actually might end up sweeping the lows, because price action was closer to the lows. So it came down for that, then rallied, retracement, and then boom for these highs. All I said was 45.95. That's it. Personal opinion, I didn't think we'd get up to 46.0205. I wasn't expecting it. This bitch is flying. This bitch is flying. That's solid. That's solid. What's the Dow? Oof, look at that. Look at that. What's the Nasdaq doing? Barely. Barely. Wait. Wait just a second. Son of a bitch. Look at this. Look at this. All right. Here's the last thing we'll go over today, and then that'll be it. So here's your lesson for today. We got 55 of you on here. That's a new all-time high for me personally, by the way. So I thank you. I thank all of you for being here. You're always welcome here. You are always welcome on the Smart Money Stoics channel, my friend. Okay. So for today's chart, since today is a Fed funds rate day, if it were me, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but if it were me, you want to know what I'm studying? You want to know what I'm going to print out today? Watch this. Don't write down that he was right and all that bullshit. What I want you to do is I want you to take an S&P chart and then come in here. So ESU 2023. Come in here to NQU 2023. Right there. Hit the new price scale button. And then swap it to candles. This looks like dog shit at first. Now you're going to have to warp the chart and fix it a little bit. So just be patient and do that. All right. Now, with the expansion of the Fed funds rate, okay, what I want you to study, all right, you want to learn how to come on here and call moves before they happen. I want you to look at Nasdaq's low and the low from Fed funds rate. Okay. Then I want you to look at the S&P's low and then the Fed funds rate low. So is there anything that's, peculiar about today's price action? Here's S&P low at 10 o'clock. There's Fed funds rate at 1. Right? So what's the S&P doing? Well, we talked about it. Equal lows, it's swept that. Okay? Right. Hussin S. Yes. The NASDAQ has a low at 10 o'clock, and then it has a higher low at 1. Right there. You see that? I don't know what the Dow had. I haven't looked at it, but you don't always need all three. I prefer all three because you need more information to work with. But this is how you know it's manipulation. This is how you know it's accumulation, right? Because it doesn't make sense. Why, if they're correlated, why would one go lower but the other go higher? Accumulation, manipulation. This is also in my book. Okay, if you have my book, which came out like 2.5 years ago, the best-selling one on Amazon, it's in here too. All right. We're gonna take the NASDAQ off now. Okay, so that chart I would print off. And then you can obviously have the rest marked up as well. What do we have marked up? I only had 2 lines for you. Buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity. We talked about sell side got taken, so what's left open? Buy side. What did the market reach for? Well, buy side in the like on small time frame, like that's the next immediate set of highs. But the larger set of this would be probably an intermediate term high was swept, and then even Tuesday's high was swept. Okay? Now watch this. Okay? What is today? Wednesday. Right? Now, if you think about it, the liquidity video for members only, you were given that list, right? What was on that list? I'm not going to tell everybody here, but I know that one of them was what? Previous day high. That's pretty cool, isn't it? That's pretty cool, right? Now, look, I don't always aim that high. I don't always aim for the fucking stars, okay? I mean, that's well, from the lows at like 80 level, by the way, it went up to 46.10. So about 30 points on the S&P. I don't need a 30-point run. I don't need a 30-point one, okay? That's a lot, by the way. Because remember, that's $50 a point. So at 30 points, I think that's $1,500. I don't know. $50 a point at a 30-point run. Yeah, $1,500. So this move right here is $1,500 per contract. Okay. I don't always need that much. All right. Yeah, I don't always need that much. But that's what it did today. And that's beautiful. This was London's high, right? What was also in that liquidity video? What were the highs that it ran for today? Now, if you're new here, I'm telling you this shit is badass because that video came out like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. And you wrote that down in your notes. oh yeah, this and London and previous day high. Like, oh yeah, yeah. What the market reach for today? What did it reach for? Santa says previous session. Right. So if we're in the New York Stock Exchange, what is prior to the New York Stock Exchange? What's prior to New York? London. What's London's high? Right here. So it ran for an intraday high, London's high, and previous day's high. Check that list I gave you. So that's pretty cool if you ask me. Now, again, just for transparency, I came on here, I didn't tell you any of those levels. I didn't say London's high, and I sure as fuck didn't say previous day's high. I just said the highest I was looking for was like 45.95. That was it. Okay. Let's take a look at Dow. Lower low on S&P. 10 o'clock was here. The lows aren't even the fucking same. Well, all right. Either way, the Dow was higher. Okay. And then here's that Fed funds rate. Drops down, rallies, retraces, boom. What did it run for? Tuesday's high. Well, actually, well above that. So they all did the same things, except for Nasdaq. Nasdaq only reached for London's high. Nasdaq was like, I'm not having it, because Tuesday's high is way up here. It didn't get to it. I mean, it might. I don't know, but I'm just saying. Compare your notes from that video and compare with what happened today. Okay? That's all I'm telling you to do. Okay? And I know you guys like call me stuff. You're like, oh, John, you're a goat, you're this, you're that. Look, bro, I'm just a messenger. Okay? I don't move markets. I don't move markets. All I do is interpret markets. That's it. I try to find trades that are high probability setup. Okay? That's it. That's it. So as much as you want to credit me, guys, it's the market. It's just how it works. When I'm wrong, it's because I misinterpret it. But walk through what happened today. Divergence, sweep the lows. We got the highs we wanted, but, you know, Santa came early and ended up going for London and previous day. So Santa delivered a lot. Santa came through with the clutch. Milk, cookies, and all. So that's all I'm saying. And gold didn't do what we wanted it to do. But you know what? This is probably why. And I knew this was down here, but I didn't say anything. When silver ran these lows at 915, gold was higher at 915. So gold literally was diverging with silver, which was actually showing strength on the side of gold. So, you know, if we want to talk about mistakes, or like how I said, if I'm wrong, it's because I misinterpret it. That's why. That's why gold didn't trade to the lows. They diverged here earlier, and this was actually showing strength on the side of gold, at least in the short term. So that's, to me, that's why I got that wrong. So I'll have to put that in my journal, of course, but you know, I don't short the leader. So if I was trying to short this would have got stopped out here, or if we were trying to short to go lower, this would have been stopped out. Okay. So, but I'm happy about that. I'm happy we actually got it wrong today. It's cool. Because again, I don't want to make it seem like I'm always right, because I'm not. And I just want to make that a point. So that's going to be it for today. We've been up on here almost 2 hours. It was a cool session. But to get the majority of the value today, study that. Do what I told you to do. Go in here, pull up Nasdaq, and study that. Print it out, okay? And thank you, Stephanie. I saw your message earlier. That's why I talked about the liquidity video. I'm way fucking behind on the chat, actually. Oh, Edgar, I would never give up on my students. Never. I'm not that type of person. I don't give up on any fucking thing. Well, sometimes. It depends on what it is, though. Like extra push-ups, we might not do that. But when it comes to students, that's more important to me than anything else. So, and no, I don't look at 3-minute time frames. How far back do you go when marking your highs and lows? Watch the liquidity video, my friend. And I appreciate the comment. I am liquidity. Thank you, thank you. And yes, Naruto, the S&P was manipulated to run stops while Nasdaq was being professionally accumulated to set a higher low. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Do you use correlation with Forex pairs too? Yes, I do. That's why we talked about the euro going lower here. British pound was higher. If you measure these highs from, I guess, 550 to 1045, 550 to 1045 or 1115. What the fuck? All right. Well, the highs, even the fucking highs are slightly off. But either way, the euro was unable to trade below or above this high. So it just made me think that the euro's weaker, and it went lower to. It went literally like 1 or 2 ticks below what I said on Twitter. So, I mean, barely. But British pound, similar story. It ran some lows. And the dollar. That's the only thing we didn't look at today was the dollar. Out of all the things today. That was it right there. The euro having those lows, dollar had highs. We actually swept it at 12:55 just before 1 o'clock. Then it dropped, rallied one more time at 1:30, and then gave up. Gave up. And you know what? That dollar going lower, I think, is what also contributed to the indices going higher. Look at that. Oh. We grabbed last week's high too. Last week. That is last week, right? Yeah. What else is in that liquidity video? What other high is in that liquidity video? Oh my God. I didn't even notice that. Intraday high, previous session high, previous day high, and previous week high. All got swept. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty cool. All right, I spy. But yeah, all right. That's going to be it for today, man. We've been here a long fucking time, and I'm tired. I'm tired of talking. I just want to shut the fuck up and go read. All right. So, look, hopefully you guys learned something today. It's always nice being here, being able to hang out with you guys, being able to watch price print to where we want it to go. I'm not always going to be right. Sometimes even the entries might be a little bit sloppy, but ultimately it did what we wanted it to do. So hopefully you can appreciate that. All right, if you're still here, drop a like on it before you leave. I would greatly appreciate that. That helps grow the channel. And I'll see you guys on Friday for our next session.